Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the long-awaited sequel to Sonic 1. Well, it really wasn't long-awaited as the game only took a year to release. Just as this video took a year to actually release, because I've been meaning to play this game for almost a year now after I played the first one, and clearly I kept getting distracted. Anyway, Sonic 2, not the movie, the game, because geez Google, is the second game of the Sonic the Hedgehog series, the return if you will. After the success of the first game, you would be insane not to make a sequel. Though instead of Sega working on the game, or at least fully, new Sega Technical Institute worked on it instead, within the time span of 9 months to make the 1992 holiday release. Even back in 1992, Sonic games were rushed, but anyway, on November 21st, 1992, the sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog released to worldwide acclaim. To me, it's a mixed bag. On one hand, the game is a huge improvement from the first in terms of level design and speed. Oh, and Miles Tails Prower first debuted here. You know, just being there, adorable. Sonic also has a new spin dash, which makes movement much easier to do when trying to get a quick burst of speed. And the best addition, a 2-act structure, because 3 acts in Sonic 1 was too many. With 2 acts, it makes the levels feel shorter, but don't overstay their welcome. But long enough to where you feel satisfied. We'll get to you later. But let's go through the actual level, shall we? Oh wait, there's plot. Sonic finds Tails, they stop Eggman, that's really it. Anyway, Emerald Hill Zone is just Green Hill. It's a brighter and more colorful version of Green Hill, but it still functions as Green Hill. It's a good zone, don't get me wrong, and I vastly prefer it over Green Hill. Oh look, a special stage. Instead of collecting 50 rings and getting to the end of the stage and jumping through a portal ring to access the special stage, you get 50 rings at a checkpoint and jump through the star things. I prefer this method as it's easier to access them all and get all 7 before Chemical Plant, if you're good at the game, but this is me we're talking about. I never got past the second stage. Instead of the psychedelic nightmare that was Sonic's 1 special stages, we now have a pseudo 3D nightmare, featuring Tails. This must have looked cool at the time, but now it's just frustrating because it's hard to see the bombs that come up, and if you react too late, either you, Tails, or both get hit and then you lose. Do I prefer them over Sonic 1 special stages? I don't know. Do I like Sonic 2 special stages? I don't know. Chemical Plant. I like Chemical Plant, but oh jeez, it's been used way too many times. It's used in Generations, in Mania, and in Forces, and it's feeling really stale by now. In the game it debuts in, it's actually really fun. The level design is way better than Sonic 1's second zone, and being able to actually go really fast is fun. This is the first half of Sonic 2's strong points. Notice I said first half. Aquatic Ruin was fun, but when I tried to record footage for this level, I struggled hard. From what I remember, it is possible for you to be able to never touch the water if you're good enough. But since this is me playing the game, I kept falling to the lower path and I had to slog my way through the water. Casino Night is really fun, though had a boss that I had no idea what I was doing, and I kinda just started randomly pressing the jump button. This and Hilltop are 2 of the zones I really don't have anything to say about. Hilltop is basically like Emerald Hill, but with lava. The only other thing I have to say about this is I pretty much glitched my way through the level. Like, was that supposed to happen? Mystic Cave Zone is great. Mostly great. But this is where I start to feel like they started to sacrifice game design for random crap. It's not as bad as later stages, and it's pretty minimal, but you can start to feel it coming. Oh, it's coming. Oil Ocean's a nice level, besides the fact that it's also a pain to get through sometimes. The background looks nice with the sunset, though I did have a hard time trying to distinguish what's in the foreground and what's in the background. Sega, why? Who thought that this was quality level design? The amount of crap that is in this level drives me insane. First off, these grasshopper things can go jump off a cliff because there is no way for you to see these things coming. What is this? Labyrinth Zone? These unkillable starfish always shoot something at you at the most inconvenient of times. Just like, let me run up this Groot in peace. Speaking of which, why are like spikes here the first time and not the second? Act 1 is definitely the best of these acts because it's the act that feels most like an actual act, but that doesn't change much when it's still this. Act 2 is horrible and made me want to pull my hair out, but at least it only has 2 acts. right? Right? I'm starting to have the realization that this zone is everything I hated about Sonic 1. The jank level design, the random spikes and enemies everywhere. 3 acts! They really overcarried made Sonic 1 the final traditional zone, huh? There is only one saving grace to this level, and that's the music. Like Sonic 1, and most Sonic games after, the music in this game really hits. Some of my personal favorites include Aquatic Ruin, Mystic Cave, Casino Night 2-player, and yes, even this. Sky Chase is a nice calm from whatever the heck Metropolis was, but that doesn't mean it was easy peasy. My only real problem was that I don't like the plane controls, because you're not really controlling the plane. You're controlling Sonic, which then moves the plane, and it's sometimes a bit clunky to control, but it's fine once you get used to it. Wing Fortress is annoying. Not as annoying as one that must not be named, but it still gets on my nerves. I could never see what was in the foreground or background, like in Oil Ocean, and this section where I kept dying. And in hindsight, this section looks easy, but you can tell that my patience was running thin. Then we have this annoying boss. I haven't talked about the bosses much because there really isn't anything to say. Some bosses are fun, and some are aggravating to beat, like Wing Fortress's boss. These spike platforms are stressful to not get hit by, and have to be really patient with it. But now that that's done, we go to Death Egg. Death Egg is the final zone, which consists of 2 bosses. First up, Silver Sonic. Silver Sonic is pretty easy besides the fact that you have no rings and you just have to take it slow. Like the real final boss, the Death Egg robot. When I saw people play it, I really thought that this boss was going to be the hardest thing ever. But in reality, it's not that difficult. You could try to finish it quicker by attacking before he jumps, but as we established before, I'm not good at this game, and my patience was running super thin by now. Now that we beat the Death Egg robot, the Death Egg blows up, Tails saves us, and roll credits. If I had one word that describes this game, it would be patience. Halfway through the game starts slowly throwing out level design for random garbage that makes me want to check the game out the window. I really love the first half of the game, and I can begrudgingly accept the second half. Obviously the worst offender is Metropolis Zone, but I think this game is good for its time, and if I had to play it again, just to get better at it, maybe I would. But now that that's done, I can finally play Sonic 3 and Oh.